Roses usually cost $2.80 per dozen. The notorious wedding organizers required 1,320 roses and were given a deal of $2.40 per dozen roses. How much money did the wedding organizers save in comparison to the usual fare? Now, our first step here is going to be to convert so that we're dealing with 1 unit here. So, for example, we have per dozen and then we have singular roses. So we're going to convert the singular roses into dozens so we can understand what we're dealing with here. So that's 1,320 divided by 12. Now, this is a bit of a difficult number for us to do in our heads without a calculator. So we're going to convert this into 1,200 divided by 12 plus 120 divided by 12. So we get 100 plus 10, which is 110. Now we need to figure out what our discount is. Now we recommend finding out what the discount is and then dealing with that instead of doing subtraction at the end. Dealing with the discount right away makes this process a lot quicker. So $2.80 minus $2.40, and that gets us to 0.40, so 40 cents basically. So now to understand what our discount is, we have 110 times 40 cents. Now we're going to use the commutative property here because it's a little bit difficult for us to deal with these numbers. So instead of dealing with 40 cents, we're going to break this down into 0.1 times 4, and then we're also multiplying by 110. So 110 times 0.1, or 10% of 110, is going to be 11 times 4, which gets us to 44. And that's going to be the correct answer for this question. Now, we also recognize here that this question is a little bit complicated and has a lot of math involved that might be difficult to do or figure out how to deal with in a time crunch without a calculator. So this also might be a question you might consider skipping and moving on to easier questions that you can answer quicker and more accurately.